The Next team are really happy and excited to be working on the 12 Micron Barangaroo project. The precinct has a lot of energy. SJB are a great architect and interior designer. The project was completed in 11 weeks with Christmas in the middle and handed over 10 days early.
The client also was really interested in creating a really Australian restaurant, and it was not to be overly themed Australian, but have a texture and underlying sense of place and where it is in Sydney on the harbour.
All of the timber in the project is Australian spotted gum. The stone in the joinery is Rosso Bianco and is finished in leather finished on the vertical surfaces and honed on the horizontal finishes. This project is a 6-star Green Star rated project, which also presented its challenges in terms of the design and the procurement within the time frame that the client was expecting. The wine cellar contains a fine red wine collection and is set at 13 degrees Celsius. For the temperature to be maintained, a perfect seal was required and would not have been possible with the original timber door design. Next sourced a specialist subcontractor to design and build a triple glazed aluminium door and frame. It all looks really, really nice now, but there was so much pressure in terms of making sure we could coordinate all the services with Lend-Lease and the constraints that we were presented with on site. The 12 Micron is an example of a project where, as a team, we really need to pre-plan and understand from the beginning how we're going to deliver the project. So from the beginning, we resourced the project appropriately with site management and project management team based on site, identifying all of the key issues from a landlord perspective that needed to be resolved to enable the tenancy design to be completed and constructed on site.
We worked really closely with the chef, Justin Wise, to develop up the design for the kitchen. So he had a very, very firm idea about what he wanted and where things needed to go.
The kitchen has 2 separate sections, a la carte and pastry. The area of the kitchen is in excess of 150 square metres. I'd have to say it's probably one of the only kitchens in the CBD that has a view of the harbour. So it's a chef's dream. The ceiling detail is very intricate with recessed lighting and feature lighting design. All of the bathroom lighting is by way of recessed LED lighting set into the top of the toilet partitions, creating an uplighting effect. The curved coffered ceiling detail required substantial set out on site, tying in with the detailed floor design of the stone and timber. I was really worried about the curved ceilings, but it's come together really well. The tenancy floors are covered throughout with a cobblestone and timber parquetry flooring design, which is set out from the ceiling layout design. 90,000 cobblestones were individually laid to minimise the tile gap from 20mm to 12mm. The parquetry timber sections have been set out with a finished angle to allow for full cobblestones, which means there are no cuts between each bay between the tiling and the timber flooring. The guys were really excited about working on the job and actually delivering a project that looks really exciting and having that higher level of finish where it's a bit of a challenge and people wonder how do they do that. We assisted the client by identifying areas of the project which could be completed under a CDC to enable the works to start whilst the overall approval was being procured. These sorts of initiatives have allowed us to deliver the project 10 days ahead of program. Our client's very, very happy with this outcome because they have a very, very high quality product delivered ahead of time with a defect-free handover, allowing them to get the project up and running and trading earlier rather than later, and establishing a really, really great offering in this Barangaroo precinct.
I think Next did an amazing job. There was a whole culture through the Next business that came through, you know, to the most junior guy on site. There was a great energy, and I think for a project like that, it takes the whole team to make one of these projects amazing, and we really felt that Next delivered on that for us.
It's been great as a director of Next to be part of that, to be part of that energy, because it really does showcase everything that we are about at Next.